Alright, shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I'd like to give all honors and glories and infinite praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Gabadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do well, who taught us the truth, peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, including the Israelite foreigners who are scattered across the four corners of the planet Earth, who do believe in the true names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm back again to make a brief edifying lesson. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying and also fair use. I'm not using this video for anything as part of any fair gain or any fair profit. I'm not using this for anything that deals with making money off any of the content. I'm actually just here to preach a lesson, to make a biblical video about the times we're living in as of right now in the last days. And so underneath the Copyright Act of 1976. Underneath the Copyright Act of 1976, I am not using this video at all for any fair gain. I'm using this for fair use only. So there you go. So before I begin this lesson, so this is a video I just came across as of right now. This came out 7 days ago, but this video just came on my news feed on YouTube just now, on my recommendations list, and it says that Hollywood is officially shutting down. And as we all know, the tariffs, the food shortages, but also I'm mainly talking about the entertainment. We all know that Babylon the Great, America, loves entertainment. This entire society is like completely infatuated with fantasy fiction. All types of different tales and stories that is being displayed on television screens, on the big flat screen TVs, and on the big screens of the theaters. Now we're getting news and insight that Babylon the Great, the Hollywood industry, the Hollywood sector, is finally shutting down. And I like to say, Kol and La Yahweh Shai for that. Because in these last decades, Hollywood has became a huge indoctrination center, which it always has been, but it's becoming more rampant with this woke culture and how they're pushing transgenderism on children and on people in general across the entire planet Earth. And now Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai is finally putting an end to the wicked, evil propaganda machine, which is known as Hollywood itself. And all the evil, wicked acts is being done behind the scenes within the society, underneath the scope of Hollywood itself, is finally coming to light. So with that being said, I'll play this video, get a few precepts, and that'll be the lesson. So here I go.
The shift has officially hit the fan, y'all. Hollywood is shutting down. The cost of living in Los Angeles has caught up with the industry. People are losing their jobs left and right. The production companies are closing down, y'all. Even Mel Gibson, he says now he has to outsource his whole production company to other countries in order to continue filming the second Passion of Christ, y'all. We told y'all the shift is here, y'all. Check
Movie
it out.
productions, once reserved for the big Hollywood lots of Los Angeles, are now finding homes elsewhere, both domestically and abroad. So what is driving the exodus out of California? News Nation's Brian Entin looks into that story.
It's the 76th Emmy Award. Watch the Emmy Awards and you'll see the glitz and glamour. But the streets of Hollywood and the unemployed tell a different story. Some living in cars and struggling.
I've lost my job. It's everything. It's family, it's community, it's where I've worked for almost the last 30 years.
Stats show Hollywood is dead. California's COVID lockdowns, fires, high taxes, streamers and YouTube. TV shoots are down more than 50%. So how bad is it out here in LA? I'm about to get onto a major movie studio backlot to check it out. No one on the outside is supposed to see this, but I walked around and it was like a ghost town. I didn't see anyone. Workers told me it used to be bustling here with actors and crew, but now these sound stages are empty. I was just walking around one of the studio lots out here, right outside the car here, and it's just dead. I mean, there's no one there. Everything is empty. There's not even anyone really walking around. What do you think is going on here?
Yeah, well, it was like that when I left to come over to Italy to work on film, and it was already like an episode of The Twilight Zone. You know, places were deserted, and for more than one reason. What's going on there? Well, the industry is dying there.
I spoke with Academy Award-winning actor and director Mel Gibson, who's in Italy filming the sequel to The Passion of the Christ. He says it's much less expensive to shoot movies halfway around the world, which was the case on another one of his recent movie shoots.
It was cheaper, more cost-effective to fly the entire American crew, buy them air tickets, fly them to Bulgaria, house them, feed them for 3 days, and do the shooting there for 3 days rather than to just shoot for 1 day locally in Los Angeles where they
Do
all...
you guys understand how big this is? Hollywood's little dream factory is running out of gas. Do you know California is the root chakra of the planet? That means this is the root of all the problems that we have been experiencing, because they make you see, and when you see something, you believe it, and then you create it in this reality. This is big major news, y'all. This is the end of program delusion, and it is the rise of the real creators who have the real vision.
Yeah, so enough with all that, you know. He's gonna go into all that high spiritual consciousness nonsense, but we all get the point over here in Great Millstone. We know that Babylon the Great is coming to an end. We know that Yahweh Bashmel Shai is getting ready to make his grand return. And I find it very spiritual that Mel Gibson is making a movie based upon Yahweh Shai, which they all go by the false name, which is JC, which I don't even like to repeat that name. But yeah, they're talking about the resurrection of the anointed one, which is Yahweh Shai, which I find very interesting. Never to say the least, that he's making a second movie in his time. You know, and that goes into the scriptures, how Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, will finally come to visit this world. And the first thing the Heavenly Father will always do in every last single civilization, which he did to Rome, he did this to Egypt, Babylon, the Great Tower of Babel. He even did this in all the other different civilizations. He always took away the bread and circuses of this society before he finally came back to deliver the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. For anything, the work of every civilization that actually has the Israelites in captive must be destroyed and must be put down until everything of all the prophecies is fully fulfilled, which means that Hollywood is a part of the Bible prophecy, that the work and the grinding is ceasing. That means everything that we know is coming to an end. Call on Elijah Yahweh Shemel Shai for that. You white devils cannot no longer push your lies or your agendas on any TV shows ever again. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. They don't have to taint our images no more, brothers. If you sincere sisters. I'm not gonna make this too long. I'm gonna get a few precepts and that'll be the lesson. But yeah, you get the point. It's over, man. You devils had your time, man. You devils had your time coming. It was a long, nice, beautiful time coming, but your time is finally coming to an end. Esau Edom, your days is finally coming to a final close. You only got a few seconds left. You Edomites don't got that much time left. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 3 through 7. I'm going to start at verse 3 right here. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grind, because there are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. See, there's no hope for this place, man. The work is finally leaving this place, and now they're talking about a second government shutdown, which I'm going to play at the end of this lesson as well, too. You know, they've been talking about that heavily right now. You know, a government shutdown coming upon Babylon the Great. You know, we coming to the time where it's about to be the purge real soon, man, in real life. Battle Royale video games playing out in real life, man. No jokes intended, but this is real shit. Excuse my language, but the Hunger Games and Mad Max is getting ready to play out in real time, man. It's gonna be survival of the fittest. Ain't gonna be no more calling 911. The cops is gonna be losing their jobs real soon too. This is verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And this music nowadays is so garbage. Oh my God. It's crazy how artificial intelligence, even that right there within itself, is just crazy how they're able to make music and replace it and replicate it with different genres. That just goes to show that humanity now in this generation of music is so garbage, is so trash that you gotta have robots, artificial intelligent creations create music for us. That's how low humanity has fallen within creativity itself when it comes down to entertainment. That's how you know it's we at the end. Technology has far exceeded human expectations to the point where now we have machines able to make music better than human beings now. That's how you know it's over, man. I got a few songs that I know that's made by artificial intelligence, and it sounds better than half of the songs that we have right now that's being made by people nowadays in real life, man. That's how you know the music has fallen. And I'm 5 years old. I'm from the early 2000s era, and I remember when music was beautiful, man. It will never be another Aaliyah, John B, or R. Even though R. Kelly was a 2/3, but nevertheless, it's lucky.